using this and they love it. I love it too. Actually several cards came out, so I'm just going to use these. The first card that fell out for you was Strength, Three of Cups, and then I have the Hangman. I'm gonna put this reversed as is. Okay. Very interesting cards, and they're beautiful illustrations. I'm going to continue shuffling for just a few more seconds, and then I'll cut the cards. Okay. I'm going to pull the rest of your cards. Your next card is the Knight of Cups, Nine of Cups. You have the Emperor in reverse, Four of Cups reversed, lots of cups. I have the World. Very interesting. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And then the Four of Pentacles. Okay. I will do the outcome card after the main reading. Okay, so Aquarius, it's interesting because several of the readings that I've done, you're the last reading I have to do. You're the 12th reading. You're the end of the astrological year. And most of the readings, especially in the beginning, tons of pentacles. But for some reason, you're getting a lot of cups here. That's the first thing I noticed even before your major arcana. You have Three of Cups here, Knight of Cups, Nine of Cups, Four of Cups reversed. Lots of emotion going on. And just based on what I'm seeing from the cups, I was sort of tuning in to what the frequency was in this story of what's going on. And maybe it's possible you fell in love with someone. This Three of Cups is about affection, love, friendship. It can be joyous celebration, a party. This is the party card as well. That there's someone who came into your life, this Knight of Cups. This Nine of Cups is about contentment and happiness. And then Four of Cups. Maybe this Knight of Cups wasn't so distant because the Four of Cups is about, you know, not pulling away emotionally, not being emotionally available, withdrawing from a situation. You see this illustration where you've got the boy pouting over his Three Cups, and then you have this mermaid who's holding another cup for him, waiting for him to notice her. And if he would just stop pouting over the cups and start paying attention to this other cup with the mermaid, he'd be a lot happier. Now this is reversed, so maybe this person is not going to pout anymore, and maybe there is going to be an important shift for this person. Because I do see this as another person. I don't see this as you. You're an air sign. And I'm not getting a lot of swords. I don't think I have any swords for you either. But, yeah, that's what I'm looking at when I look at your cards with the cups. That maybe there's someone that you really like a lot. That's the impression. And I know that's not the case for all of you, but I do get this impression that there's someone that you've grown close to and you want to have a closer relationship, a romantic relationship. And so you're waiting for this person to notice you, to sort of offer their love. But maybe there are a couple things where I'm seeing some chaos, things not going the way you planned, especially with this Hangman and Emperor in reverse. So when I go to your major arcana, and you have a lot of them, you have 4 of them, you go from Strength, which is a very powerful card. It means you're taming the beast. But then you also have this Hangman in reverse, which means that you're going through you went through a lot of emotional pain. And maybe it's because of the feelings you've had for this particular person. The other major arcana, the Emperor, is in reverse. So this means chaos, lack of discipline or direction, lack of guidance and wisdom. Maybe these emotions have left you feeling lost. Okay, maybe you your emotions, it feels like you fell in love, and at a certain point you felt like there was no control over your emotions, but also no control or order over the situation. It was chaotic. You don't know what's happening. Is this going to be a relationship, or is it just one-sided? That type of thing. That's what's coming through for me. One of the stories that's coming through. But in general, for all of you Aquarians, there's an issue of relationships or friendships, trust, and it may have caused some emotional pain with this Hangman. A relationship or a friendship has brought a difficult situation, a difficult emotional situation. So when I get to this Emperor for the major arcana, I'm getting a sense that maybe there's a lot of confusion. So that's important as well. Then we get to this last one, the World, which is very important because the World is about closure, but it also means starting a new cycle, starting a new beginning. It also means success. So maybe there's a new shift to a relationship that is coming for you. That has a lot to do with this Knight of Cups. Now, so things might seem confusing and painful now, but it seems like the World is going to bring some closure here. That's your major arcana. This Nine of Cups in the center, it is about contentment and joy and getting what you want. And maybe this is relating more to this Knight of Cups getting this Knight of Cups getting what he or she wants. And maybe this Emperor is responding to that. It's showing up in reverse to respond to the confusion. It almost feels, once again, it feels like a line was crossed, a new boundary or something that changed things. And now you're confused and you don't know what's happening here. As I get to the last row, now we are looking at this Four of Cups, which I think has a lot to do with this Knight becoming more emotionally available, maybe reaching out, noticing you, making contact. And you have 2 4s here. 4 is a number that means lack of change, stability, staying still. So Four of Wands, Four of Swords definitely means sleeping. Four of Wands means finding stability, happiness, conquering, finding that stability and happiness, overcoming obstacles. So fours are a very good number to see sometimes. So in this last row, this Knight has already caused so much havoc or chaos in your life, and especially with your emotions. This Knight might be doing a shift here. I'm getting a sense of where things were distant between people. There's more closeness, more intimate. Someone's opening up emotionally. Okay? Now the World means a new cycle, that there's going to be success, that you're able to move forward. This is the last major arcana card. It's number 21. After that, the card goes back to the Fool or the Magician. Sometimes a lot of people feel that the Fool is 0. It doesn't have a number, and it can be anywhere in the tarot deck. It doesn't necessarily have to be following any particular card. But the World is the ending. When you reach the World in the major arcana, it means like there's a new change, a new life for you. So there's some many wonderful changes coming for you in the future, Aquarius, by the end of the year. Take note of this Four of Pentacles. This means, once again, 4 is a number of stillness and stability. But if you look at this man closely, you can see that he's also not moving. He's not changing. And that can be a good thing or a bad thing. It can mean stability, saving your resources. But the Four of Pentacles is also, it's about stability in a good way. But it can also mean someone who, if it applies to a particular person, it can mean someone's being very selfish. They don't want to give anything up. They're not willing to change or compromise. And so in context of these other cards, I'm not seeing this as necessarily someone applying to someone's behavior. I see this as applying to the situation you're going to find yourself once you begin this new cycle with the World, this new change or shift in your life. And now things are going to just stay even kill for you with this Four of Pentacles. So now I think I'm going to shuffle for your outcome card. And I'll be very interested to see what happens here. Maybe you'll get a sword. I'm going to cut the cards. Oh, wow. Okay, the outcome card I have for you is Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands means speed, happening with haste. It also means getting a message that you've been waiting for. It can mean romance as well. One interpretation is that these are the arrows of love, and you can see they're heading toward a particular destination. These wands represent fire. You need to be careful because Eight of Wands can mean things happen so quickly that you're just knocked off your feet, and you get swept away or swept off your feet. And it's very important when you get this card that when things happen quickly, you need to make sure that you keep your head on your shoulders here. But this is a wonderful card because it seems like with the World and bringing closure and, someone opening up emotionally, maybe it's you opening up emotionally. You know, there are no swords in this spread, but also these could be very applicable to you, as also with the cups. And so when we get to this Eight of Wands as an outcome, all this uncertainty and doubt, it seems like there's something you're either going to get a very romantic message, or things, this love, these arrows of love are going to hit quickly in the particular situation. I guess the message from the tarot in this particular spread is make sure you're wearing your seat belts, you know, because it's going to be a very interesting month for you, Aquarius. Okay, so Aquarius, that was your reading. Thanks to everyone for your comments, suggestions, donations. And I hope I have the opportunity to read for you. If you look in my description, you'll see a link to all my services. And I hope you've had a wonderful summer. I look forward to talking with you soon.